themselves, and there may be a lot here that haven't shared their burdens. And you know the need there. We just ask that you would lift them through these hard times. I think of Arnie's father and Arnie and the burden that he carries for him, and I just ask, Lord, if you could use Arnie in some way that he may be able to witness to his dad. He says it's hard to talk, and may you open the lines of communication that his soul will be one to you. Thank you that you do love and care for all of us, even when we fall, we stumble. Thank you, Terry and Jacob. We just ask that you would be with them wherever they are, Lord. It's a burden their family carries, and we all carry. And I'm sure it's a lonely time for her right now. And we just ask that you would be with her in a special way. And may she feel your presence and feel our love, no matter where she is. I do love you, and thank you that you have made a way that we can talk. I just ask these things in Jesus' name.
Dear God, we're thankful for this day and the chance for us to be able to meet together. And help us to, each one of us always remember that you're in charge of our lives. And help us to remember when we're down that you're in charge, and also help us to remember when things are going well, help us to remember that you're in charge at that time also. God, we just want to be sure to give you thanks for the many things that have been resolved. Like Uncle Dale said, we often pray, but then we may forget when prayers are answered. So many of us sitting in this circle have been through times of unemployment and have prayed for work, and it's come through. And so many of us have been through difficult times, and we prayed, and you've come through for us. And God, help us to just always remember to give you the proper honor in our lives by living for you. And when we do mess up, maybe do something or say something disrespectful, help us to have the awareness to be on our knees and ask forgiveness, and then try to go from there. We pray that you help the younger men here as well as the older men to continue to look for you. Amen.
Lord, we come to you and thank you for this day. We thank you for the privilege we have of being here. We thank you for each one in this circle. We pray for each one. Thank you, Lord, for the thank you, Lord, for the burdens you have. Help us to not fail in using, letting those burdens draw us closer to you. We know that it's your purpose to use any burden or hardship that we've had to draw us closer to you. We thank you for each one. We thank you for Arnie's burden that he is bearing. And we just pray that you help him in his burden and help the one that he's burdened for, Lord, to feel inclined to reach out to you. We thank you, Lord, for our heritage, those that come before us. And all the blessings we have. Help us to do whatever we can to try to be worthy of your blessing. Lead us and guide us, we pray. Be with those that are not here, each one. Be with Mark, be with Slade, be with Terry, Jacob, and others that we're missing that aren't here, that don't come readily to our mind. Be with each one of those that have special needs. We pray that you be with that need, service that need in your way, through your spirit, Lord, we pray. Help us to live by it. Put on our please you. Help us. Put our hands. Help us to put our hand in yours and let you lead us and guide us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I'd like to say one thing. While we were praying, I was thinking again about what Uncle Dale and some of the others had said about prayer. Sometimes you do become kind of lackadaisical, but I remember back, I was 29, I still wasn't married, and I didn't have a job. I had a part-time job that was quite low paying. And so I just thought, phooey, I'm going to start praying about it. So I prayed every night for a Christian wife, a job, and I asked for wisdom. I don't know if I've got that yet, but
I hope you got the right wife.
I'm certain I do. I don't know if she got the right husband. But I prayed it's so basic that sometimes you just forget that it's there, that it's available. But I just said, phooey. And I know Cam did the same thing when he was unemployed. He was praying for work, and he got it. And it's such a blessing to remember, to try to remember back. And I've just kind of forgot, but some of the individuals here brought up the fact you need to remember. And now I don't pray so much anymore for things because I'm a little bit more satisfied with the way things are. But every night I get down on my knees and pray for a Christian wife and for a job, and they both came through. But even yet, like Dad was mentioning, we need to thank God that He does give us burdens. We've been praying for Terry for about 3 years, and there has not been a resolve yet. And Dad and I have discussed it sometimes that it's possibly a test that God has given us, a chance for growing. And we've got to constantly work on our attitude and think, why God, why don't you get this over with so we can have a nice life again? But instead to try to say, help us learn from this and help us to be in the right attitude while all this, because right now is the problem. It's just like in the middle of World War II, no one knew if we were going to win or lose. No one knew. Now we know, but we didn't know then. And those are the individuals that were going through World War II probably could relate to us some of the feelings and anxieties that were experienced by people back then. They didn't know. And, with Terry, we don't know what's going to happen, but we would appreciate it if you would keep her in prayer. Thanks.
Here are some candid views of the afternoon on Saturday. People walking around, just being live. There's Jessie roller skating around. She tried to roller skates this year. She thinks it's really fun. Would you like to say anything to Terry?
Oh, it's Terry.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Terry. I don't know where to look at.
Oh, just at the camera.
We would.
Take two.
Here she is, the new spokesperson for Sun-Kissed Oranges, straight from Florida. Hello, Miss Pretty Carol Wilby Hawkins. Could you tell us what it is that you like most about sun-kissed oranges?
They make you poker.
Look at the beautiful skin of Miss Carol Wilby Hawkins.
That's a no.
Vitamin C and orange juice and oranges, fresh oranges, has made her such a beautiful lady.
When I said you had to visit with me, I didn't mean that.
And this is 8:26 after our evening meal. Everybody's milling around, just trying to have a good time. Shooting pool, playing cards, pigging out, basically doing everything, gossiping, basically doing everything that good free Methodist people aren't supposed to do. A little bit of dancing with a basketball. Yes, that is dancing with a basketball. Funny way to dance. Come on, honey. Well, who is this little girl on roller skates?
Come on, this way! Come on!
Aren't they cute? There's Tim and Chicago. Tim looking very intent, trying to make the scores. And playing a rook tournament. They're over there.
Stu's a big jerk. Would that be on there?
That was her. How dare you?
Solo with a dance performance, gymnastics performance.
Can you arch up in a background, honey?
Now we have Uncle Alvin quoting speeches from Sir Walter Churchill.
This must be off the cuff. Do you mind?
What did he say?
I didn't
From
catch
Sir
that.
Walter Churchill. Winston.
And when he was premier,
Catch what he's saying.
One gal in particular, and we're having tea after the parliament election. She came up to him and said, "Sir Winston, if you were my husband, I'd put arson in your tea." Arson in your tea. And Sir Winston said, "Ma'am, if I were your husband, I'd drink it."
Give us one from the Republic. I got to hear that.
What's that?
Start something. These are,
This is the one he used when he was losing in Rook.
Oh, it's just a statement he made, about a famous statement. If this republic should exist for 1,000 years, men of that day will look back and say, this was England's finest hour.
he didn't know I was calling up here, but I had to hear them again. I think John has something. Don't know what.
Some of you all know this is a piece of string, and then it is joined together on both ends. wants to learn how to do some of these that I'm going to do tonight, they can come and talk to me, and I'll find it in my heart to take the time out and teach them. I have some of these nice rings on sale. If anyone wants them, I have them $1 a piece, and they're red and green. Yeah, plenty of kids that have different colors. Okay, the first one I want to do tonight is a pretty simple one, and it should be easy for most kids to learn. It's called Star. The next one I will do is, I'm going to do this behind my back, and you guys tell me what you think. Behind your back. Behind your back.
Which do
What does this look like?
Cup and saucer!
Yeah, like,
Looks like an old-fashioned bathtub.
okay, there. All right, and from the cup and saucer, we can go directly into, what is that? Bow tie. Okay, and from that, we go to owl. Owl. Okay, that's enough. No, ma'am. The next one I'll do, we'll see, it's a mosquito. See its little wings up here? He's flying around and go, got the mosquito. Okay. The next one I have to do is called Man Climbing a Tree. And what I'm doing here is called Navajo, and you have to put one string around the other string, like a bear show. Do something real fancy. If you watch carefully, you see the man on the tree. The next one I'm going to do, if I can remember how, is the witch's broom, or a regular